Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into what I like to call the ultimate data-backed roadmap to future-proofing your livelihood. Look, we all know we're living in a moment of unprecedented disruption, right? It's being driven by massive leaps in AI and some incredibly urgent climate shifts. But here's the thing. With massive disruption comes massive opportunity, if you know exactly where to look. So we're going to break down where the highest growth jobs are hiding, the serious premium salaries they command, and, most importantly, the specific skills you need to be building right now to secure them.
Here is our roadmap for today. First up, the twin transition. 2, the AI and cyber boom. 3, the green energy revolution. 4, the operator versus the conductor. And 5, why soft skills reign supreme. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, the twin transition. Macroeconomic forces reshaping the globe.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand where the career market is heading, we first have to look at the tectonic plates shifting beneath the global economy right now. Experts from KPMG and the World Economic Forum refer to this as the twin transition. Basically, it's the simultaneous integration of rapid digital technologies, like AI obviously, and sustainable green energy practices. And this isn't just some passing trend, it is a fundamental restructuring of how businesses operate from the ground up. The twin transition absolutely demands a workforce that is both digitally fluent and sustainability aware. If you want to future-proof your career, you've got to align your trajectory with one, or ideally both, of these massive macroeconomic forces.
Section 2, the AI and cyber boom. Protecting and governing new tech.
Let's pivot into the digital side of that transition for a second. As AI scales up, so does the staggering demand for professionals who can actually govern it, secure it, and protect the literal mountains of data it relies on. Just look at the financial incentives at play here, $175,000. That is the median salary for a critical emerging role, the AI Compliance and Ethics Officer. Why so high? Well, because over 130 countries are advancing AI regulations right now, which creates a massive structural accountability gap in the market. Organizations are practically begging for independent authorities who can bridge the gap between complex technical capabilities and strict legal mandates. The demand for these professionals is projected to grow by over 40%, with billions being poured into compliance infrastructure. It's a sector of immense professional opportunity.
And when we zoom out to look at the broader Bureau of Labor Statistics projections for the next decade, the data totally backs up the sheer scale of these booms. Now, healthcare roles like nurse practitioners are leading the pack at nearly 50% growth, sure. But look right below that. Wind turbine service technicians are projected to grow by an incredible 42.1%, and solar photovoltaic installers by 33.5%. We're also seeing data scientists and information security analysts growing at massive double-digit rates. To put it simply, the jobs of the future are heavily concentrated in keeping our digital worlds secure and our physical worlds powered.
Section 3, the green energy revolution, driving our sustainable future.
That actually transitions us perfectly from the digital boom right into the physical world. Just to give you an idea, the clean energy industry in the UK alone already supports over 145,000 roles, outpacing traditional oil and gas. But looking forward, we have this absolutely enormous figure looming on the horizon, 400,000. That's the estimated number of new workers needed in the energy sector just to meet global net zero targets and infrastructure demands. It's staggering. For career switchers, especially those with traditional engineering or operational backgrounds, this is literally an unprecedented window of opportunity to pivot your skills into a wildly high-growth market.
So what do these roles actually look like in practice? Well, beyond your wind and solar installers, we are seeing massive demand for hydrogen energy technicians to support new industrial decarbonization projects. There are also incredibly lucrative specialist roles out there. For instance, nuclear engineers in the UK can earn upwards of £100,000 as mega projects drive unprecedented levels of investment. And then you have these really cool hybrid roles like the SCADA technician, which stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, in case you were wondering. This role sits right at the intersection of digital tech and physical engineering, managing the complex automated systems that control our renewable grids.
Section 4, the operator versus the conductor, how to secure the jobs of the future.
Okay, so we've established where the jobs are and the incredible growth waiting in these sectors. Now let's look at a brilliant hiring framework from Accenture to understand how you actually get them. The crucial aha moment here is understanding the difference between an operator and a conductor. See, the cybersecurity and tech labor markets are deeply mismatched right now. Most workers are trained as operators, meaning they're highly focused on technical execution, just operating specific tools within a silo. But modern enterprises, they are starved for conductors. A conductor is a professional who combines deep technical fluency with real business acumen. They translate business strategy into secure architecture, they lead cross-functional teams, and they quantify risk. Right now, 46% of cybersecurity roles remain unfilled, and of those, 59% require these conductor-level skills. Yet only 40% of the workforce actually fits that profile.
And this brilliantly illustrates the reality of modern tech hiring, which honestly might surprise you. When you look at the labor market data for what employers actually want from, say, a cybersecurity engineer, it is not 100% technical coding, not at all. The demand is split almost perfectly evenly. 35% of the required skills relate to core cybersecurity technical expertise, while 33% relate to leadership, strategic, and soft skills. The days of just hiding behind a screen and operating tools are ending. To advance, you've got to be able to orchestrate across different domains.
Section 5. Soft skills reign supreme. Thriving in an automated landscape.
And that brings our roadmap to its absolute climax, the most vital realization about thriving in this automated landscape. As AI and automation continue to take over purely technical, repetitive tasks, the foundational human element is what will actually set you apart. This quote from Harvard Business School assistant professor Leqian Zhang totally anchors our entire argument here. His research highlights this fascinating concept called nested human capital. I want you to think of your skills like a pyramid. The highly advanced, super-specific technical skills you learn, like programming a certain machine learning algorithm, those sit way up at the very top. But they completely, 100%, rely on a solid foundation of basic, fundamental soft skills. Your ability to communicate, to think critically, to collaborate, that is the bedrock that actually allows you to acquire and use advanced technical knowledge effectively.
And this is entirely backed up by the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report. When they asked employers what skills will be most important in future applicants, the top of the list wasn't a specific programming language. The top skills were creative thinking, analytical skills, technological literacy, curiosity and lifelong learning, and resilience and flexibility. I mean, these are the human skills that allow you to pivot when the digital marketing rules change overnight, or when a brand new AI model completely disrupts your workflow. These skills are literally your armor against disruption. So what does this actually mean for your resume? It means you can't just list the software you know anymore. You have to prove your agility and your problem-solving capabilities. It's actually a really empowering realization, right? Your humanity is your biggest career asset.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to chew on. As you look at your own career path moving forward, ask yourself, are you just learning how to operate the latest tools, or are you actively building the strategic human skills required to conduct them? The twin transition of AI and green energy is moving incredibly fast, and the most valuable asset in that future isn't just the technology itself. No, it's the adaptable, resilient, and strategic human mind guiding it. Start building that foundation today.